Radio Show.
What up, everybody? LR Radio broadcast. I'm Kieran S. Rock, way over there in the great state of New York. Hello, welcome to the Lunatic Radio Show, everyone around the world. What's going on, Rock? You gonna say something?
I don't know. I don't know when to jump in. I don't know. I never did this before. I don't know.
If you are watching us live on YouTube, and by the way, if you're watching us live on YouTube, the thing underneath says 322. It's April. I forgot to change the date.
It's April.
Yeah, the date for the live feed is not correct. Rock's background on the YouTube, if you're watching live, is the Tiger King. The Tiger King, Joe Exotic, and his tigers.
Yeah, mixing it up or something.
Yeah.
Or being relevant, whatever it is.
Right. Rock and I.
I'd say we could talk about it, but I think you kind of covered most of it last night.
Did I? The Tiger King?
I haven't watched the whole.
You haven't watched the whole
I did hear
thing?
there's going to be another episode, though.
What do you mean another episode? What are you talking about?
I have my sources.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what?
I got nothing.
What? What is with the? What do you got? What do you know about the Tiger King that we, as the layman out there, don't know?
Oh no! I was reading in my on my
secret,
my Hollywood Reporters and
Yeah.
my Varieties or whatever. Now that I guess there might be some extra episode.
an extra episode of the Tiger King.
Yeah,
Like they didn't put everything in. Like I feel like there was too much. Everything was in the Tiger King show.
Have a little bit more. I don't know. We'll see. But that's what I was hearing about, and well, rather seeing about.
What could they possibly have left out?
Oh, you'd be surprised.
I actually would like to know. Do you have any?
It's like, yeah, Geraldo goes and digs up the grave of the guy, finds him, and
That would be hilarious.
see if he's there.
They found the tomb and he just dig for an hour and a half and nothing's there.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
That was the biggest waste of time. That when Geraldo did that.
Yeah.
What a fucking waste.
For folks don't even know who Geraldo was. He's like a TV. He used to host a talk show, right? And then he was he was like an investigative reporter. He was like the first of his kind. And apparently he found Al Capone's old treasure tomb thing. And all it was that he was digging into concrete for an hour and a half and nothing happened.
It was a lesson on how to fill for an hour and a half.
Oh man, it was just a backhoe and concrete being dug and Geraldo going, maybe that's something. That was it.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like that show you watched not too long ago about the guys that went to the island or some shit. What was that series? And they kept you roped in episode after episode. They're like looking for things on like some island, like some like trinkets.
Yeah, the fucking Nova Scotia fucking under. It was, what the hell was the name of it? It was in Nova Scotia, and apparently there's this island there where they claim that there's like these underground tunnels that were created way back in like the Middle Ages by some dudes, and it was like, there's no way. I was like, you guys have backhoes, you got giant cranes, you can't even get to them. How do you think they built them? You can't get to them. It's retarded. In this day and age, we can't even get to the. Yeah. It's one. Yeah. I don't know why those shows get me latched.
Oak Island. Thank you, cool teacher.
Oak Island. Yeah. What a fucking.
As always.
That was 12 hours. That was 12 hours of my time just wasted. And not only was it 12 hours of my time wasted, it was like millions of dollars of the guys on the show. Their money was wasted.
Right.
You know?
Well, you think they really put their own money into it? I mean, I never saw it.
Apparently, yeah, because the two brothers, there were like two brothers, and they lived in the Midwest, like Chicago or Wisconsin or some shit.
Yeah.
They were like businessmen, but in the summertime, like this is what they did as a family get together. They went and they fucking treasure hunted on Oak Island in Nova Scotia, where no one goes. Do you think the people back in the Middle Ages were like, fuck New York, let's go to Nova Scotia?
Well, in the Middle Ages, there was no New York.
I know, but again, you get it, Rock, right? You're like, you go one way, it's south, it feels a little warmer. You would think you would want to go that way more.
It's true.
When you're sailing on the boat, you don't want to go like north to Nova Scotia, where it's like, it's a little more cold out here, Captain. How about we turn left? Go south. It's a little warmer. And why would they? Nova Scotia.
You always wondered that. That's always a thing. It's like you had like the natives tribes that lived around like parts of Canada, but like when settlers went to like Alberta in the middle of winter, like, you know what? We can manage.
Yeah.
Like,
you really fucked this one up, Captain. We sailed 3,000 miles to a fucking ice cube. Thanks. No.
Yeah, this land is rich in ice and snow. Thanks, Chad.
And they got giant white things that eat us. This is great. Right. Polar bears.
Thumbs up, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, when those guys set out, did they have like fucking directions of where they wanted to go back in the day when they set out sail?
There was no Google Maps.
Like, did they have a hunch of where they wanted to go? Or they just was like,
I think there was. I think part of it was just people travel just to create maps. I mean, that's how maps were created. People had to travel,
right? How? I mean, when Christopher Columbus or whoever, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa fucking Maria, right?
Yeah.
When they set sail, where they're like, okay, we got to be in Jersey by fucking, Obviously,
no,
Jersey
I don't think they
around.
had that much.
They just went out. They just went. And
they knew they could go that way, and they were searching for land.
If they kept on going that way,
yeah.
Wow, that's balls.
They're they figure they're either gonna hit land or they'll wind up back where they started.
Hoax Island. Yeah, cool teacher checking in. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, no shit.
You would think like fucking months into the trip, you're just like, I think we fucked up, man. You're just out there. It's just like, we haven't seen shit for weeks. What the fuck?
And it's like you're in the middle of nowhere. You don't know anything. I mean, the ocean is fucking vast. There's storms. You could get lost, and you just look all around 360, and everything looks exactly the same.
Yeah, and you're in like a really like a souped up fucking raft. Really, those fucking old boats from back in the day are just wood.
Yeah.
This is like, that's it. And people are getting fucking
went by the stars and the sun. I think they had compasses back then. I don't know. I don't recall, but they might have had compasses.
I don't know.
So,
I'll be honest with you, I don't know.
I don't know if they had compasses in the days of Christopher. I mean, I feel like I'm not being very smart right now. I want to say they did have compasses back then.
Yeah. When was the compass invented? Compass invention. I don't know. It's got to be before Christopher. Why would they even think about getting on a like they had boats, so you think they would have a compass already?
Yeah, but I mean, there's. Well, wait, what does one thing have to do with the other?
I don't know.
It's like because we're just used to like people with boats having compasses, so it's like, oh, you must have had a compass. When was it invented?
1040.
1040? No, it's way later than that.
Maritime navigation by 1111.
China. Oh, definitely. Christopher, and I was right. Yes, he definitely had it. It was made in the 1st century AD, a compass. So I mean, by the time it got to Christopher Columbus days, they had it in their pocket and everything was good to go for sure.
Bill Lumberg checking in. By the way, I'll have those TPS reports done by the end of the day. People had to travel to make maps. Dynamite drop in money.
It's true, though. They plotted where they went.
Yeah. Yeah. But how do you know? I mean, like, Christopher Columbus is on the fucking water. Like, how do you know to make a mark? Like,
follow the waves, make a left at the third wave.
Yeah. Hey, Johnny, see that wave coming up? That's when we're going to mark. How do you know when to make a mark? They don't know where they are. I imagine those maps were really shitty in the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way Christopher Columbus could have, like, called back the Johnny fucking ship guy, when he got to the States and was just, write a letter and be like, give a, correct map on how to get to him. There's no way. There's no way.
Well, look, we determined they had a compass so they could keep direction. I'm assuming they had some sort of device to keep distance. So then, then they could develop some level of, okay, point A to point B for a map.
They have buoys? When was the buoy invented? Did they put buoys out there? Buoys from fucking Europe all the way to...
Oh, maybe they did. Here, maybe they made like their own buoy. Let's see, when was the buoy invented? See, this is going to be an educational episode. I like that.
Buoy.
When was the buoy invented?
The compass? We're going to figure out how people from Europe... I know it's probably written in books, but fucking they don't have it right.
We're gonna Google the shit out of this history lesson.
There's a pandemic going on, people. We need the fucking fill time. Not much to talk about.
When was it?
Buoys had to be invented around the time of boats. So, like, somebody was like, "Hey, look, that piece of wood floats. Let's get something to market."
I didn't. When was the buoy invented? Because I think that's really important.
Joey Buoy guy. It was invented by Joey Buoy guy in the year 1111 AD.
Oh, there's a PDF about it. Oh, shit.
When was the buoy invented? I should really get my Google fucking thing over here. And was the buoy... By the way, that's what people are doing to this show right now. Buoy.
So the first American lighthouse was made in 1716.
All right. 1716 lighthouse. So you got to imagine buoys were around before that.
After independence, the federal government quickly became involved in the development of buoys. So it was after. So we've already been here. So definitely not during Christopher Columbus. We were already settled here. Then they decided on building buoys. So buoys are, for the sake of this conversation, very modern.
I like to call him C. Clum. Christopher Columbus. I don't know. I just like that better. C. Clum. C. Clum didn't have the buoy system. So C. Clum.
Connor wants to know, what did they do with buoys? Buoys serve a lot of. They direct which side of traffic. Yes, there is maritime traffic. So you know which side to go on, where things are, distances.
It's markers. Yeah, go out to fucking buoy 4, make a left. C. Columbus didn't have that shit.
Yeah, maybe Connor just knows the drunken buoy down the road, and hangs out there. Get your sea breeze.
How many fucking people did Christopher Columbus set out sail with?
8.
Did they all make it? I don't think so.
This guy here is dead. We'll throw him overboard then.
We'll cross him off then.
All right.
All right, when was the walk the plank thing?
Oh, those are like pirate days. That's long before.
So how long did it take Christopher Columbus to get from where the fuck he began to...
That's definitely a Wikipedia. So how long did it take Christopher Columbus? How long?
Was it months or was it weeks? I would say it would be months because he had to go on the wind, right, Rock?
How long was the voyage of Christopher Columbus?
Sailing away.
36 days.
36 days he did that shit?
What?
Get the fuck out of here. What do you have, a fucking motor?
It's a little over a month.
He had a motor in that thing? How did he get across the Atlantic in 36 days?
Oh, no. Kieran's going to start pulling his moon conspiracy.
Yeah, moon. But yeah, I call bullshit on that. C. Clum didn't make that shit in fucking 36 days. There's no way. C. Clum didn't make that in 36 days.
Christopher Columbo? Can we start calling him that?
What do you have? Like, it was just like constant wind behind him? He's going against the weather. So how can he? He's going against the weather. The weather goes
really
from east to west.
True.
I mean, west to east. How can C. Clum fucking go into a headwind with there's no way.
Headwind. Yeah, I got you, headwind.
There's no way C. Clum. Christopher
36
Columbus.
days. Oh, Kieran's not buying this now.
No, I'm not buying that. I guess months, like 6 months. No way, 36 days. Where'd he start out? The land of make-believe? Is that where he sailed off from? Where'd he start?
He did 4 voyages. Let's see. But what was the... Let's see. Hold on a second. The Voyages of Christopher Columbus.
Christopher Columbus and One-Eye Willie. Yeah, I believe that. I believe in One-Eye Willie just as much as I believe Christopher Columbus made it across the Atlantic in 36 days in a headwind. There's no fucking way.
Ruth?
There's no way. There's no way. How long does it take for an oil tanker to get from here? I imagine that's fucking 36 days.
About 36 days. No, I'm joking. No, it's a lot quicker. It's a lot quicker.
No, how I honestly want to know how long is it? How long?
Well, I believe it takes a tanker from China to get to East Coast about a week. Oh no,
you talking about the
West Coast about a week. So
that's a week, 7 days
from China to like California.
So you're saying C. Clum without a motor, just all based on wind blowing against him, was a vehicle? There's no way.
A little over a month? I don't know. You don't think that equals out? No.
Rock, I'm gonna do a demonstration for you.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna hold up a piece of paper. See this? Christopher Columbus sailed into wind against his sails. Winds were against his sails for 3,000 miles. Yet you're telling me that
sounds like the history of the show.
Yeah. Look, not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere when the wind's blowing against your sails. You know? It's like the story of my life. Do you see me get anywhere? No. Wind's been blowing against my sails my entire life. I didn't make anywhere in 36 days. C. Clum and Harry Crumb. There you go. Coming in from
Harry Crumb. Who's Harry Crumb? Yeah. I got nothing open.
I love how the tiger sound has your voice in the background. Yeah, no, I don't buy that at all.
Wow.
How do we
Kieran's not buying history.
There's no way. C. Clum, Christopher Columbus. Where did he start out from? Do we know where? Like, it was France? No, he's Italian, right?
Let's see. They have the map. It looks like he started Portugal or Spain, but all on the coast there.
Spain. 36 days. And where did he land? Fucking Plymouth Rock?
Let's see. The first voyage, he went from Spain to travel all along Cuba, and then went all the way back up, landed back in Portugal. Second voyage, he started in Spain, went down through the islands on the other side of Cuba. See, because he was like pointing out, like he's like figuring out all these lands. So the first time he just hits Cuba land on the eastern side. He's like, okay, here's land. I'm gonna head back because I got some information. Next time he's gonna be more prepared, and he goes back. Now he hits the other side of Cuba. He's like, okay, now I got Cuba down. I mean, I'm simplifying it here, but
he did.
Okay.
Wait. You're telling me that he sailed all the way, hit Cuba, then went all the way back, then sailed back again and hit the same island? Is that what you're telling me he did?
Yeah, to get to the other side. Yeah, I mean, he had some other islands too to collect more.
Why wouldn't he
data,
just go like, hey, I hit an island. Let me see if I can go around this thing and just.
Because you've been traveling for so many days, it's like you got to. It's like they hit land, so it's like that was like, I guess, the mission, so to speak, was like, okay, we found land, we have this plotted out. Let's go back and recharge and do this again. With a fresh ship.
Why wouldn't they stay in fucking Cuba? Maybe that place has got mangoes.
Dude, you've been traveling for 36 days or whatever, however long it took them to get across the sea. It's like, it's not like they have like a.
Did they
yacht.
gather anything from the
It's not like they have fucking master bedrooms with Egyptian cotton.
Let me ask you this: Did when C. Clum got there, did he dock his boat and fly back? That was lame.
I got nothing. Kieran just want to figure out how you get C. Clum and dock into the same sentence.
I don't get. Be honest with you, I don't even know how we got here.
Well, no, we're just teaching people cruise ships are terrible, so just don't go on them.
Right. Christopher, you're right. And I would imagine how many people died in C. Clum's crew.
Oh.
C. Clum probably had a whole bunch of... You get malaria on a boat. Somebody sneezes, you're all fucked. You know? And plus that boat's made out of wood. You know how much fucking black mold is down there? God damn.
Oh, wait, well, listen to this. Columbus enslaved 560 people. The slaves were shipped to Spain. 200 died during the route back to Spain. And half of the remainder were so he was taking back slaves. So these weren't just plotting maps. This was about getting low wage work.
Yeah. He's not a nice guy to see Clum, apparently.
No, I mean that's why they always talk about the Columbus statue in Columbus Circle in New York City, because it's like he's not so much of a great guy.
Yeah, he's not like he's not on the up and up. You know, he's not inclusive, Rock.
No, he's not.
See, Clum wasn't inclusive. So he mapped out the. So we're saying that Columbus mapped out the fucking Cuba, Haiti, all that shit.
I would say so. Yeah, he went island. I'm sure it was like a multi-purpose voyages. Like get a lay of the land, see where things are, and let's grab some of these locals and use them to do our bidding.
But you're telling me that Christopher Columbus made it from Spain to the islands of Cuba.
Yeah, and like the other Caribbean islands.
In 36 days.
I don't know each voyage. I would have to look at what they said.
It kind of does make sense, because if he did go from Spain down, he would catch that hurricane fucking tailwind. You know, if he caught the hurricane tailwind, yeah, I could see him getting there in 36 days. Because that's nearly the alleyway where fucking Africa is throwing fucking knuckleball fucking hurricanes at Florida. That's Hurricane Alley. They're just fucking throwing Cat 5 hurricanes at Barbudas. Whatever.
Let's see. On October 12, 1492, after 36 days of sailing westward across the Atlantic, Columbus and several crewmen set foot on an island in present-day Bahamas, claiming it for Spain. There, his crew encountered a timid but friendly group of natives who were open to trade with the sailors, exchanging glass beads, cotton balls, parrots, and spears. The Europeans also noticed bits of gold, and the natives wore for adornment. Columbus and his men continued their journey, visiting the islands of Cuba, which he thought was mainland China, and Hispaniola, now Haiti and the Dominican Republic, which Columbus thought might have been Japan. But this guy is I guess he didn't know any better. Meeting with the leaders of the native population. During this time, the Santa Maria was wrecked on a reef off the coast of Hispaniola. With the help of some islanders, Columbus men salvaged what they could and built the settlement there called Christmas Town with lumber from the ship. 39 men stayed behind to occupy the settlement. Convinced his exploration had reached Asia, he set sail for home with the two remaining ships, returning to Spain in 1493. Columbus gave a glowing, somewhat exaggerated report and was warmly received by the royal court. So, yeah.
I believe this is audio, but for some reason there's an airplane. Well, there you go. Christopher Columbus, everybody.
Yeah. So he thought he hit China and Japan, but he hit Cuba and some of the other Caribbean islands around there. Hispaniola.
Fucking riveting shit, people.
Yeah.
C. Clum. C. Clum.
Horrible name.
All right, there you go.
Corona Clum.
Yeah, word up. All right, yeah. Fucking A, we learned about that.
Clum dumpster.
So, Rock, did you hear the audio of OJ?
Oh, I heard it. Yeah, I heard it yesterday. Yeah, I am.
Are you baffled?
He's a piece of work, OJ, man.
Yeah. Here's the audio of OJ yesterday, talking about Carol Baskin from the great Tiger King docuseries on Netflix.
Oh.
Commenting on the idea that Carol Baskin probably killed her husband.
Hey, Twitter world, yours truly. I just got back from the golf course where I actually played pretty well. Now it's back at home, back to the couch, and back to television. Listen, I've had so many people on my case asking me to watch some show called Tiger King, Well, yesterday I watched this show, and oh my God, is America in this bad a shape? I watched about 6 episodes of this show, and I couldn't even believe what I was looking at. White people! What's with you
He
and
hates
wild
white people.
animals?
White people, I want to kill you. I mean,
Here we go.
This show, and I couldn't even believe what I was looking at. White people! What's with you and wild animals? Leave them animals alone. The show is crazy, but it's so crazy you kind of keep watching. One thing I will say, there's not a shred of doubt in my mind that that lady's husband is Tiger Shushimi right now. I'm just saying. Take care, and I hope you find something better to watch.
Yeah.
that sounds like an educated man. He knows. He's like, yeah, all that evidence leads to her having done it. I would know.
Yeah. I wish you would have said based on personal experience. Yeah. Looky here. I've been through something similar to this before.
If there's no DNA in the tiger shit, you must have quit.
The tiger done shit, you must have quit. Yeah.
That's crazy. He is, man, he knows he's sort of invincible, so he could just
he really is living in
skirt the lines of reality and, you know, his reality, really. Reality and his reality. And you know he's kind of testing those waters when he's making comments about the show like this.
He's untouchable in Florida. His life is set. He just literally plays golf. All he wants to do is play golf, and that's all he needs to do. And when he's at the golf course, he does a little Twitter update, and then goes home and watches the fucking likes and comments come in until he goes to play golf the next day.
He does understand, like 95% of people that follow him on Twitter are just waiting for him for that moment when he goes on Twitter and says, I admit it, I did it. Like, that's all people are just waiting for who follow him on Twitter.
Right.
They don't care about his golf game.
No, they all just, I mean, it's hilarious.
They mentioned it to him about this show because they're like, hey, can you relate in any way? Is there anything you want to say about this show? Anything?
I said it on yesterday's show. I was like, hey, can you imagine being Carol Baskin waking up, a couple days ago and like the most notorious person to ever get away with a fucking murder is commenting that you probably killed your husband.
Yeah.
Let alone the rest of the world is doing the same thing. No one believes you other than you, That's crazy. And there's a fucking worldwide pandemic happening at the same time.
Yeah.
So in a worldwide pandemic happening, you are public enemy number one for some shit you did years ago.
Clearly, this pandemic's not affecting his life. He's out playing golf. Can't he like golf for the? I don't know. Depends on what state he is, I guess. Right?
Florida.
I'm gonna say he's in golf like shut down. I guess Florida's not.
Not Florida. Not in Florida. Not in Arizona apparently because golf.
You can still golf. By you?
I golfed yesterday.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you.
It's very you keep your distance. You can't. No one can ride with you. Everybody has to walk, and it's that kind of thing. Yeah. But golf industry is a big industry out here, Rock. If we didn't have golf, this place is a fucking goddamn landfill. Yeah, Arizona's a landfill. So
I mean, I was seeing like a map of like the most hardest hit economically based on this, and states like Nevada is so dependent on tourism. I mean, to some levels, almost exclusively, really. So with this shutdown is really crippling that state's economy. I don't know what Arizona brings to the table, but
nothing. Nothing. Arizona brings nothing.
Dust storms.
Everything's shut in Scotland. I got followed by the police helicopter for being outside on a skateboard today. Coming
by yourself? Why? Why you can't be outside in Scotland?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, it's like a big thing going on. I got a little note, Rock. I have to carry a little note with me in my car just in case I get pulled over, letting the officer know that I can go to work. And it's not like a DUI thing. It's like this person needs to go to work. He needs to be there.
I mean, I get that, but I mean, to not be able to go outside. I mean, shit. I went running the other day, and I was actually having there was so many people. I anytime I go running around my town on a normal circumstances, I am the only person out, and there's just like everyone out. I was like dodging people left and right. Everyone's just like, and then sometimes now people are doing like, because no one's really driving, so people are just walking 3 across the road if they're in a group of 3, so they're all equally distant apart, which I get. But then like people are coming the other direction, and it's just like it's actually busy. Like the streets are busy with people just walking around on the streets. And I mean, listen, I can't blame people because everyone's just cooped up in their house. You gotta get outside.
I'm gonna see if I can play this. I hope it doesn't. I'm gonna play that. Like we were talking about Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
And fucking Joe Exotic. He played. Remember that song from? Have you seen the whole Tiger King thing, Rock?
No, I'm 3/4 of the way. I just
did you
saw
get
the time when the episode where he was running for president, and I was like, I couldn't believe when I saw that because I remember watching John Oliver when that happened, and I just thought it was some crazy guy. You know, just this is the only time I'm ever going to hear about this guy, and I can't believe it. Like as soon as I saw his face and John Oliver, I was like, it took me right back to several years ago when I was watching it on TV, and I couldn't believe it, man.
Yeah, So he actually made a fucking video about Carol Baskin killing her husband, like a whole fucking thing.
Oh right, and her feeding and you see her feeding the meat to the tiger.
Yeah, it's gotten like a lot of hits. There it is.
She was a rich woman, she had rich taste. She felt the blood running through her veins.
Apparently,
she liked the life she had.
That isn't him singing. That's
It's not.
No,
Oh, that's a bummer.
Joe Exotic is pulling a Milli Vanilli type situation.
Yeah.
She loved her big cats and the beauty of being untamed. Well, everything was fine, just as sweet as wine, but
it is not bad though. Like I've heard people say this on the radio and shit. Like this music is comparable to what's out in the country music genre. You know, it's not bad.
Right.
Like people are like, this is not terrible. So if Joe actually sings this shit, he might have a little bit of career for himself after he gets out of fucking prison. But
right, but you're saying it's not him.
It's not him. He doesn't sing it.
her husband went.
The real mystery is, other than what Carol Baskin did with her husband, is that who sings this song?
Who's singing that?
Yeah.
Disappeared. But then it got a little crazy, it got a little hazy, and the cops said there's something wrong here. Oh, here, kitty, kitty. Oh, mama's got some treats for
Look at that
you. Oh, here, kitty, kitty.
Look at that shit.
You can't find this taste in the.
That is fucking hilarious.
He's out of. Dude is nuts, man.
It's fucking hilarious, man. All right, we gotta get out of here.
He is very
Bikini bean, everybody. I got the
he's
bikini.
task oriented, man. He gets things in his head, man. He goes through with it. He sticks to it.
Yeah, he
Why is Bikini Beans?
I got bikini beans up there.
Kieran's got his. Kieran's got his post show routine set up.
My post show itinerary. Let's be bikini beans. No, actually, I had it up because I was like, "Why is this place still open?" It's still open. Why? Like this is still open. Like everything's shut down. People are shut down, but Bikini Beans is still open. Everybody.
Kieran, it's easy money, man. Like really, they be distanced enough, and it's easy money.
Fucking
the guy that owns that restaurant or whatever you want to call it, he does not want to shut it down.
Like, I don't know. I mean, they're just wearing nothing and they're handing fucking cups of coffee to fucking coronavirus people.
Now, do they make it or do they just hand it out?
They make it.
Oh, they make it too.
I've been there twice, Rock. I was distracted by butts though both times I was there.
Yeah, but so I listen. I get that side of the argument. I'm not saying it's right, but I can see why business owners want to keep it open as long as they can.
By the way, if you want to call into the radio program, the number is 716-325-0299. By the way, shout out to Bill Lumberg out there in Jacksonville. He has printed off a bunch of LR decals, and he's going to be mailing them to me, and some T-shirts and stuff, and we're going to figure out how to divvy them out amongst the people. So shout out to
nice.
Bill Lumberg.
Very nice.
Jacksonville. Very nice of him to do that. Really didn't have to do any of that. But it's a pretty fucking cool, Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the most show involvement from any of us.
Even from Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Yeah, so I don't know.
So you've been doing all right with the virus?
Yeah, I'm cool. This is normal to me. Staying home, not doing shit.
Well, yes, but then I was thinking about what about going to like the supermarket and stuff? How are you feeling?
Not good. Every
good.
time I go to the supermarket, I think I get through the two, the automatic doors, and then you got the greeter guy. Every breath of air I take in the supermarket is coronavirus shit. Every single one. And if
welcome to Costco, I love you.
Yeah, and the air feels heavier, feels dense, it does. I don't know what it is. I got a mental thing. And it's even worse in Walmart, because if you go to Walmart with those fucking scumbags, the people that go to Walmart, is just, that everybody's got multiple, not only the coronavirus, but there's fucking hepatitis C shit going on. There's fucking, the clap is happening too. There's a lot of fucking, diseases happening amongst the patrons of Walmarts. So when you walk into that place during a pandemic and the coronavirus is around, the air, it feels like the same headwind that Clum felt when he was sailing the ocean
bringing
blue.
it back. Look at this.
Yeah. It's like a headwind of coronavirus when you walk into a Walmart these days. That's what I'm
you
saying.
feel it as the doors open, that gush of wind?
Yeah. It's just it smells like coronavirus in there, Rock. So I try to avoid the Walmarts, but I have to go tonight. Unfortunately, tonight.
Why do you have to go to Walmart? Why do you go shopping at Walmart? I got nothing open.
I got nothing open. Tonight is D-Day for me. I have to go. I have to roll the dice, Rock. You roll the dice to see if I get the coronavirus.
But really, what do you get at Walmart?
I do my food shopping for the week, Rock. You
don't go to a supermarket? You don't have like a Kroger's or what do you got out there? Piggly Wiggly? I don't know what you got out there.
They got Fry's food.
Fries? You don't go to Fry's? I hear Fries are good.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. No, Fry's. Like it's not like French fries.
Oh no, I know the supermarket chain. I understand. Yeah, Fry's.
Yeah, no, I go there, but sometimes I go to Walmart too, because the Walmarts we have out here, because we're a bunch of rednecks, they're called super Walmarts. They got everything in one place.
Super? I have no idea what this term means.
Yeah, the Walmarts have a whole supermarket, let alone the whole fucking clothing aisle and weight.
So you can get your Oreos and a shotgun in the same place.
You can get an Oreo, shotgun, TV, coronavirus in the same place.
Now that's a super Walmart.
Yeah, New York has super Walmarts, don't they?
No, they don't. What do you think this is?
Yes, they do.
We barely have Walmarts, let alone super Walmarts.
What? Because New York's too high class for fucking Walmarts?
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We need to put in our bougie boutique where that Walmart wants to go.
I want to go to my den tomorrow.
Yeah, can you document your trip? Cool Teacher's got please document your trip to Super Walmart.
What?
Do like a little Instagram story.
By the way, the guy that is the greeter at the Super Walmart that I go to, he just does not give a fuck about life.
You should do a little interview with him on an Instagram story.
I don't want to. I feel like he definitely has the coronavirus because he's been standing in the same spot and just people have been walking by him for fucking hours on end, weeks on end. There's no way that guy doesn't have the coronavirus because they say 6 feet, right, Rock? That guy don't move for shit.
They say 6 feet, or in Florida, 1 crocodile.
The greeter at my Walmart doesn't move for shit. I don't think he can move. That's how much of a fucking big, giant tubblard he is. And like, you know how like the greeters, their only thing they're supposed to do is like if somebody has a boatload of shit when they're leaving, they're supposed to check the receipt.
Yeah.
That motherfucker don't do shit.
No.
I walk out with like bags of shit, and he's just like, go ahead, you know. I know you're
because
good.
he knows you. Maybe he's trying to be like, I know this guy.
Nah, you know what? You don't know what I have in my bags, buddy. You should fucking go the extra mile, but actually don't, because I know you got coronavirus. You've been sitting at the same fucking spot for weeks on end. Before the pandemic, you've been in that so he definitely has it. That guy needs to be tested. Every greeter at Walmart across the country needs to be tested for the coronavirus, because you know they have it. I would say 100% of Walmart greeters have the coronavirus. 100%.
Wow.
Because the 6 feet violation is broken every 2 seconds with somebody walking by them. Because, you know, they're lazy. They're not moving, Rock. They're not running out of the way to keep the 6 feet distance from the customers.
Kieran, I think you need to document this, man. You can, because you're a podcaster. You could prove that you have a show, and I think you should. I think you should show this. I think we as listeners need to see what you're experiencing. I think we just want to know what a trip for Kieran is at Walmart.
What am I getting?
Yeah,
Whole bunch of socks, Rock. Nothing but socks.
Socks and hand lotion.
Nothing but socks.
But socks.
Hey,
They all get pissed when they see Kieran come through the door. It's like, oh shit, there goes the socks. They're all gonna be taken now.
I declared a big victory when all the people for hoarding, toilet paper got yelled at, and I was the one hoarding socks, and no one noticed.
Joke's on you, scumbags.
Yeah. What was ahead of the trend, Rock? What was ahead of the times?
Yeah, I heard last night. You know the guy Adam Ruins Everything, the guy that has that show on like I don't know what it is, Bravo or some shit. So he.
The guy that's on the street and asshole. He's gay, isn't he?
No, that's Billy on the Street.
Oh yeah. Who's that?
That's his other show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the guy that it's called Adam Ruins Everything, and he basically debunks all sorts of things throughout history and gives the real truth based on facts and all that. Anyways, it's a pretty good show, but he brought up the whole thing with the hoarding of the toilet paper. It's not that people are hoarding it. It's the reality is that no one's going to work, so people have to stock. Yeah. So people need to stock just adequate inventory at home to make up for everybody being there, because it's now going to be more frequent because they're going to be, using the bathroom exclusively in their own place.
You're saying home toilets around America are being carpet bombed with turds.
Well, right. Yeah, because everybody's home.
Right.
So it's not that necessarily people are just like one or two, smaller groups of people are just buying tons of them. It's that people are just needing to buy stuff to have adequate supplies at home. So, the general store allotment in a store, is based on years and years of data. So when a pandemic hits and everyone's like forced home, that changes and skews the amount that people are buying. And again, not in a sense of, I'm going to buy 8. Now, of course, there's going to be those few crazy people. And those are the people that make TV to give the illusion that everybody's doing it. But so I get where he's coming from.
Yeah, I get it. No, that's fine. It makes sense. Yeah. There's a lot of shitting happening at households around the country, and they need extra toilet paper.
But then he said on the flip side, there's probably just an entire stock of industrial toilet paper, like those big giant rolls that they put in those plastic things just sitting in warehouses because no one can, like that single ply shit.
Single ply hemorrhoid tissue.
Yeah, that's just sitting in warehouses.
It's like fucking wiping your ass with like a roofing tile.
That is a great description.
It's fucking terrible. Yeah, it's a different world. Sounds like a case for Chris Clum. It's C. Clum, damn it. I like to call him C. Clum. Have you made it to the part of the Tiger King thing where the guy kills himself?
Oh, yeah. I did see that. That's sad.
Yeah. How bizarre is that?
How bizarre.
I wanted to bring this up because
it's not bizarre because he was a drug addict.
right, and he shot himself, right? But then at the eulogy that Joe Exotic gave, and his mother, the kid's mother's there in the front row crying.
The golden nuts or whatever he said.
Joe Exotic was talking about his golden nuts and like pretty much like missing blowing his knob.
Yeah.
At it, like how bizarre is that?
So and if you made these points in the past that and like, you know, shows like Dave Chappelle, man, people will do pretty much anything for their fix. And this guy was straight, right? He actually impregnated one of the women there.
Oh yeah,
who worked there.
The kid that he was married, Joe Exotic was married to, that killed himself, was straight. Yes.
Yeah, and so he was willing to do whatever it took, apparently, even sexually, to get what he needed drug wise from Joe Exotic. It's just bizarre and sad, and I don't know. And apparently that other boyfriend guy was also straight too.
The dude with the fucking looked like he ate a stick of dynamite.
That guy.
That guy.
I have no idea what he looks like with a shirt on.
I tell you what, Joe Exotic and his fucking crew, an absolute. Obviously, they all, you know, it's real. The perfect representation of people from Oklahoma. Perfect.
Really?
Because
I have no idea what people of Oklahoma
I've
like.
met some Oklahomans out here, Rock.
Wow.
And yes, they are like.
So let me ask you this: would you say people from West Virginia are more civil than people from Oklahoma?
I would say yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would say West Virginians are better people than the people from Oklahoma. Every Oklahoman I know that I've met out here, I always tell them this one thing about their state: God hates Oklahoma. Because that's why he brings the finger of God in there every fucking summertime,
Right.
and does spring cleaning, whatever the fuck.
He tries to thin the herd a little bit.
This is what God does to here. Oh, this is gonna be a visual for the radio. This is what God does to Oklahoma every summer. Just dusting it off.
Light dusting.
With a few tornadoes.
He Swiffers the state once in a while.
Bob Lazar. How bizarre.
Yeah, where's Bob when you need him?
Yeah, where's that motherfucker? How couldn't he predicted the fucking goddamn pandemic coming?
Yeah.
Well, he was the alien guy, right?
Oh, the aliens didn't give him any heads up on this.
So where do you think we're gonna go, Rock? I don't know. I think I'm done with the
show.
I think we're done with the pandemic talk. But,
I know. It really is. Like, I mean, I was listening yesterday. I was like, shit. I feel like we were talking about the same stuff weeks ago.
Here's my fucking. This is exactly what's gonna happen.
Oh.
There won't be sports until everybody gets the vaccines out, and everybody's getting the vaccine. There won't be sports until then. So that's almost 2 years. That'll be almost 2 years. No sports for 2 years. That's my prediction.
Wow.
I don't think there'll be sports for 2 years.
That's insane.
No, you're talking about fucking.
But that you're saying like sporting event, not even with no people in attendance.
I don't. Well, I guess they might be able to do that, but I still don't. I don't believe that it will be worthwhile to do it.
All right. So then, based on that rationale, then what is like people's general lives going to be like?
You're looking at it, Rock. Podcast with fucking Joe Exotic in the background, Tiger Cats.
We're so doomed.
Yeah, it's gonna be boring. This is gonna be boring. 2 years of boringness. A lot of people getting in shape, though. I feel like there's gonna be people getting into shape because there's gonna be a lot of running. People, I don't know. It's gonna be a boring 2 years.
You know what I heard someone say today?
What?
That if this keeps up for an extended period of time, many restaurants are going to have to close, and obviously that makes it's understandable and sad. But the ones that will probably survive, or the ones that would survive, would be the fast food restaurants, and that made me immediately think the fast food wars.
Oh,
and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Like this is how it all starts. Taco Bell, because now they're pushing all their free delivery and shit. Now people are just gonna be buying from Taco Bell more, and then they're realizing, oh my God, people are really depending on us to deliver food because maybe getting food at supermarkets is going to become very difficult or dangerous, and then they're realizing Taco Bell is going to have to start making other foods.
Right.
I'm telling you, man. Demolition Man. They knew it.
It could turn into Demolition Man. Like
Could.
the people living underneath the ground.
Yeah.
Like who was it? Fucking
Dennis
Leary. Dennis Leary living underneath the ground, and then there's the, and the world was already heading towards the all-inclusive, like, let's not make fun of anybody, let's not hurt any feelings. So
Right.
the whole spiel in Demolition Man about being cited for cursing, toilet paper hoarding, 3 seashells.
That's it.
Oh my God, it all makes sense.
Demolition Man predicted our future.
We're fucked.
He doesn't know how to use the 3 T-shells.
Well, good chat today, Rock.
It was a nice little interaction.
Who
we
knew
had.
we were gonna go on that Clum fucking journey? And who knew that Christopher Columbus made it across the Atlantic Ocean in 36 fucking days? That's like faster than a Spirit Airlines flight.
He's got somewhere to go, like a port in. Spirit Airlines, they land, they gotta wait.
Yeah, honestly, right. I don't know how he fucking sailed the ocean blue, Rock, in a headwind. I honestly don't know how he did that. That's pretty
Sea
fucking...
Clum, sailing the ocean blue.
Sea Clum. By the way, this week's show title is Sea Clum.
No, that's good.
Sea Clum in your mouth. All right, we'll see you. By the way, thank you to Bill Lumberg for all the decals, man. I'm looking forward to getting them. It's going to be awesome. We're going to share them with the folks. I might pop on next sometime this week. Who knows? Thank you, Rock.
Thank you for everyone showing up tonight. It's nice to see people in here. Thanks, Leroy. Miss you, buddy. Cool teacher.
Bill Lumberg.
Yeah, and Connor from Scotland.
Lumberg
Thanks,
fucker.
everybody.
Lumberg fucker.
I got nothing open.
Let me say this as respectfully as I possibly can. Would you please kindly fuck yourself and leave me alone? Thank you.
Oh, there you go. All right. We're out of here. See you later, people.
Later.